Well, typical British weather here today. It's a miserly grey day here in Falmouth, down in the southwest of England. Well, I thought I'd do a little bit of a Canteen Cup Tuesday this week. Thanks for all the encouragement. So this week's menu idea is one of these, made by a company called Rana. You can see I've got this one not right down. But they usually cost around about £4 for this type with the tagliatelle. But they do a spaghetti bolognese one, which you can get for, I think it's 2 for 6 or something, so £3 or £4 anyway. And this is halfway between an MRE and dried food, because you've got a pouch that is, you could probably eat this straight out the pouch, it's cooked, but you've got fresh pasta, so that needs cooking. That needs about 3 minutes in boiling water. So as you can tell, it's ready quick. It's kind of real food. It's not dried, so saves a bit of water because the pasta's fresh and not dried. So that's what we're going to have. That's what's on the menu. If that sounds delish, stick around. You probably could boil in the bag, but I'm not going to. So these things are supposed to be a single serving. They weigh just over 400 grams, 408 grams, so a little under half a kilo, and each pack, so the whole meal, is 490 calories. It does have real beef and pork in it, so I'll let you know what it tastes like. It's good all round in all the other aspects, I think. Saves a little bit of fuel if most of it is cooked. If I've only got to boil a little spaghetti for a few minutes, that saves some fuel. 2 components, bolognese sauce pack in like an MRE style thing. And this, I mean, I buy them and then throw them in the freezer and then just pack them frozen, so you know they're good for a couple of days like that. But I think, you know, these are probably good for more than that. Couple of 3, maybe 4 days. So they're definitely a solution. Want to look round? So we're out on Pendennis Point at the moment, at the gun emplacements actually. So you're looking out of the River Fowl, the mouth of the River Fowl. And as you can see, it's a grey and blustery day. I'm going to be lucky if I don't get rained on this particular one. That's the gun emplacement at the back there, you can see. The parapet. Well, I got some interesting input from my last one. Thanks everyone. So, what makes a soup a soup? Where does a soup cross the line to a stew? And I think it was Flying Axe Blade that said a stew's got to be thick and a soup isn't. So where does a chili con carne fall then? What about a chili? What about a chowder? Seafood chowder has got potatoes in it. So you'd think that would be like a seafood stew, but they call it a chowder. Moule marinière is full of shellfish. Is that a soup? It's like a seafood stew for me. Isn't it interesting to ponder these profound conundrums of life while out in the great outdoors? Rainy but beautiful. For me, a clearly defining line between soup and stew is that stew's got dumplings in it. Somebody said that. Anyway. But then of course some Chinese soups have dumplings in it, don't they? Yeah. Anyway. I like Greg Knight's approach. He says that beef stew starts off as a soup. So beef stew is soup with not a lot of beef in it, and then you add more. As you add more beef, it goes from a soup to a stew, and then vegetables and thicken it, and then it becomes a stew. I like that. Oh, we're boiling. Impregnable pack. Boop. Some of that in there. Off it goes. So I reckon that's done now, and it literally was just 2 minutes. I'm going to drain that off. And go the other goodies. I've got the thing up a bit high at the moment. Get the simmering on it. If I can. Get over here so there's not so much wind in the mic. My old pal Fernbark, I like his approach. He said that soup's anything that you've got to add crackers to make it better. It gets better when you add crackers. Got a towering inferno here in the wind, even with the snuffer gizmo. Trouble is you can't, when these things are hot, Can't close them up. Damn you. That's a problem. Panic stations. Of course you can't have spaghetti bolognese without Parmesan cheese. Get it from the Spa in these great little packs. Nice and packable size. And I think I may have mentioned long ago in one of my videos that Parmesan is perfect for taking on these little adventures, because you don't need much because it's a strong flavour, but the best thing is, because of its moisture content, it doesn't go mouldy, and even with higher temperatures, even in the tropics, it doesn't go greasy, it doesn't leak oil everywhere. And there it is, bit of Parmesan. We live like kings. Alright, taste test then. Looks good. Looks like they found me. I better split. Looks okay, doesn't it? Give it a fair chance here. It's alright. I would do it again for sure. There's plenty there for one. I can see after a good hike, this would be just the ticket. And even at full price, £4, they're still very good. So maybe I should try some of the other flavours. Yeah, typical English summer, grey. I hope everybody's doing well. Shout out to Ewan. My shipmate Ewan, he's come by to say hello. Appreciate that. He's found my darker side. My secret. Bushcraft Prepper, Nigel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I forgot to shout you out on my last one. I thought I was the only one that kind of quietened down through COVID, didn't really pick up the impetus again, and I've noticed that there's a lot of the guys, a lot of the YouTubers that haven't really picked it up again. They're not, you know, they don't have the output that they did before. So come on guys, put something out there. Let's see what you've got. Let's have an idea for an MRE or a hiking meal. Thermal cooking. Cheesehead Chris said he'd come up with something for thermal cooking in a flask there. I'll be interested to see that. Anyway, you guys keep safe. I'll see you in the next one. Scout out.